That's
And
great.
and my father and I talked about a little improvement that he wants to do to his farm.
Okay, you're right. So you will help your father?
My grandfather,
Oh, so your grandfather, you will help him on his
yes,
project?
I will.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Okay. So my favorite place. Did you finish your writing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, now we have to start with something new. Well, all right. So remember that after talking about your memorable place, after reviewing all the writing part, we did this conversation practice about your childhood. And well, we are going to work on the next writing practice, which is going to be a letter to a relative. All right. Now you will write a letter. And well, here we have a sample of a letter. And if you could you please read it? Thank you.
Okay. Dear Aunt Mary, how are you? I haven't seen you for a few months, so I thought I should write you a letter and say hi. I have been pretty good lately. I will finish elementary school soon and I can't wait to go to junior high. Last week, I got a perfect score on my biology test, so my parents took me out to eat ice cream and watch a movie. Summer will be here very soon, and I am very excited for a summer vacation. I hope to join a baseball team. I want to be a pitcher, but I know that I need to practice because right now I'm not good enough. Maybe you can come watch me play sometime. That would be great. Well, that's all for now. I hope to see you soon. I will have a birthday party in July. I hope you can come. And I hope you're well. And if you have time, please write me back. Love, your nephew, Brian.
Yes. So this is a sample letter on which you are going to be following to do your next writing activity. But let's please review a little bit more on the parts of a letter. All right. So writing a letter, well, every time we write a letter, there are three important parts that we have to follow and we have to remember about this. The first one is the greeting. Okay. So the greeting is where you say hello. And most of the times, actually all the time, we write dear, right? If we know the person. And because we are talking about a relative here, of course we know the person. Therefore, we are going to be saying dear. So dear grandma, dear Uncle Bob, dear cousin, dear, I don't know, any of your relatives. And this is where you say hello. Of course, if it's a formal letter, you will say hi, something like that, right? But you can always use dear. Next thing is the body. The body in which this is where you say everything that you want to say. So in a letter to a relative, you will probably want to say what has happened recently with you, what you are doing now, and what you will do in the near future. So we are talking about using three different grammar tenses. The simple present, oh sorry, the simple past, recently happened. The simple present or the present continuous tense, what you're doing now, and the future, future with will or going to. What are your plans for the future? So, for example, last week I went to an amusement park with my friends. It was a lot of fun. I'm in eighth grade now. Some of my classes are a little hard, but I have a lot of nice friends. Next month, we will come visit you. I can wait. We can watch movies, and I hope we can make chocolate chip cookies together. But you see, here we are talking about what recently happened with you, what you are doing now, and what are your plans for the near future. So you can follow this.
Yes.
So you have to follow the first step and the second one, okay? This is the body. Now, the closing part. This is where you say goodbye. And some of the most common closings are sincerely, love, best regards, with love, your friend, yours, hope to hear from you soon, and then your name. And well, these are the three steps that you have to follow whenever you're writing a letter. Okay, so is there any doubts or questions that you may have?
Now.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let's move forward. In the grammar part, in the grammar section, you're going to be using some of the conjunctions that we commonly use. These ones are and, but, or, and so. When do we use these conjunctions? Whenever we want to connect two sentences in one. And well, when you connect two sentences, you must use a comma with a conjunction. Here we have some examples. I have a cat. John has a cat too. Instead of repeating these two statements and saying everything again, or just connecting these two ideas, we can say, I have a cat and John has a cat too. We have already reviewed the use of this conjunction as well. You can go to the movies. You must be home before 10. You can go to the movies, but you must be home before 10. We can eat at home. We can go out to a restaurant. We can eat at home or we can go out to a restaurant. I worked all day. I'm tired. I work all day, so I'm tired. Basically showing cause and result. So as you see here, we are using these four conjunctions and all of them are going to be written, after a comma. All right.
All
So,
right.
and, but, or, and so. Doubts or questions about this?
Now.
Perfect. Let's then please work on these examples. Rewrite these sentences and combine them using a conjunction. Remember that we are going to mainly be using and, but, or, and so, okay? These four. So using one of these four conjunctions, please rewrite these sentences and well, start typing, please. Thank you.
Okay, finished.
Great. Could you please read on your statements? Thank you.
Jane went to the doctor and then she went home and slept. I want to go swimming, but my mom won't let me go. You can join the basketball team or the soccer team. Okay, I'm missing an R here.
Right.
And Red was chewing gum in class, so he has to stay after school.
All right. Very good. Oh, here you missed. All right. Don't worry. It's fine. All right. Okay, here, where is the conjunction here, right? And so remember that the comma must be before the conjunction. So Jane went to the doctor, comma, and then she went home and slept because then it's after, right? So this comma is wrong. It must be here before the conjunction. All right, here. You can join the basketball team, or remember we also use a comma before the conjunction, comma, or the soccer team, right?
Right.
So let's move forward, please. All right, so correcting the mistakes. So the letter below has 5 mistakes or 5 errors, and you have to rewrite the essay and correct the mistakes. Please read and correct it, please. Just cross it out the way you work regularly. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I finished.
All right, so could you please read the letter?
Okay. Dear cousin Angela, long time no see. I wanted to write you last week, but I forgot because I have been very busy. How have you been? I'm in high school now, so I'm pretty busy. I like my classes, but I wish I had more free time. Even though I'm busy, I have made many friends. Next month, we're planning to come visit you and Aunt Anna. I can't wait. If you have time, please write me back. If you don't have time, it's at all no problem. I'll see you soon. Love, Jake.
All right, great. These are commas, right?
Yes,
Perfect. All right. So basically it was the writing and the using the uses of commas. Okay, very good.
the last part seems a little bit weird to me. If you don't have time, if you, it's at all no problem.
Here, if you
Yes,
have time, please write me back.
then I would have written. If you don't, there's no problem at all.
Oh, okay. But normally we don't say, whenever we are writing a letter, we are not going to be using auxiliaries in the negative form, right?
Okay,
Because we want the response for this person. So therefore, I think it's always positive. If you have time, write me back. Oh, write me back as soon as you have time also. And if you don't have time, it's at all. Oh, here, this part. If you don't have time, this part.
yes,
Oh, yeah, here you have to make a correction, right? Because it's not correct. If you don't have time, if you don't have time, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. For me, it's this part. This part must go here. It's not a problem at all.
right,
I'll see you soon. But just because here in the first part, I think because you're saying if you have time, please write me back. Till here is perfect, right? Because if the person doesn't have time, of course, he's not going to or she's not going to write you back. But yes, here you had to make a correction. If you don't have time, it's not a problem at all. You had to make the correction there also. You didn't make that correction, right?
no.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was another mistake,
And
of course.
the other one was next month. We're planning to come visit you. I think it should be go visit you.
Next month we are planning to come and visit you and on Anna. And for you is
To go visit, go to visit.
okay, yes, without come, right?
Yes.
Of course, an infinitive. You cannot have, whenever you're using an infinitive, right after it a verb. No way. So that was another mistake, of course. Did you make that correction as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, then that's great. All right. So this was the correction on mistakes. And well, here, let's see. Writing a letter. Well, you are going to write a letter to any relative that you want. All right. Just have to follow these steps, please. And you have to answer these three things now on the Google Docs. The greeting, who you're going to write to, dear, and then the name, think on a relative. And then the body. Answer these questions to prepare to writing the body of the letter. What have you been doing lately? You have to answer. What is something interesting or funny that has happened to you? Answer. What is something interesting that you will do soon? Answer. And the closing part. Choose a polite closing to end your letter. Look at the writing letters page if you need to. Oh, okay. Well, I will go back if you want to. Here, the closing examples. And then one of the closing examples, your name. And whenever you write, because you have to write a letter for tomorrow, whenever you write your letter, you have to take on count the following. You must use or include at least three of the following conjunctions, but I think you will include all of them, the four of them, all right? Try to include them because this is the grammar part that we have reviewed here on this writing a letter. So right now, what you are going to work on is go to the Google Docs, write number 4 essay or letter. Then you have to answer number 1, number 2, all of the questions, and number 3. Okay? Work on this now and let me know, please, when you're finished.
Okay.
And take your time, David. We are not in a hurry. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
No problem. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, let me know when you finish, please. Thank you.
Okay, I'm done.
Great. And how did you do?
Uh, I think I did it well.
Okay. Well, don't forget, please, that for tomorrow you have to write a letter, all right, including everything, all of your answers, and following the steps. And don't forget about this part, which is very important. You have to use these 4 basic conjunctions that we review on today's class. All right, let's please move on into the conversation practice. Well,
I was not meant to write a letter. Now
sorry,
I was not meant to write a letter now.
no, you only had to do this. You had to write the greeting, to mention which of your relatives you're going to write to. And here in the body of the letter, you had to answer these questions: the first, the second, the third, and then you have to choose the closing phrase and your name.
Okay.
That's the only thing you had to do now. Okay, well, let's please continue. A letter. Who wrote the letter to you? Who wrote a letter to you? Did you ever got a letter from someone?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and who was this person?
Uh, she's a friend of mine. And people don't usually write letters anymore. They send emails, but this friend wrote a letter for me.
And did you keep the letter?
What? Oh, yes,
Did
I still have it.
Right. And what was the letter about?
Uh, my friend is Japanese, so she visited my house for a few weeks, and it was a thank you letter.
Oh, okay. I understand. And how did you feel about the letter?
I felt very happy because I think that was a very nice thing to do. And that meant she really appreciated her visit.
And well, do you have any other letters? Do you have a letter collection?
No, I don't have a letter collection. Um, Maybe if I look very carefully, maybe I can find a letter that my aunt wrote to me before I was born.
All right. And well, so you keep that letter from your aunt.
Um, I'm not sure if it's it's still there.
Okay. Do you like writing letters or emails?
Um, Actually, I don't mind eating. I don't mind writing either. But I think I enjoy more writing emails. because they are more uh, immediate. They are more immediate. How do I say that in English? Son más inmediatos.
Oh, like they're more fast. They're faster than
Yeah,
letters. Mm-hmm. Okay. And do
yeah.
people in your country usually write letters?
Hmm. No, not anymore. Because the digital era has come.
All right. And what's the difference between emails and handwritten letters?
Mm, I think there's not such a big difference, but I think paper written letters are warmer than emails.
Yes, indeed, they are. And why should we write letters to friends or relatives?
I think communication is very important, and relatives and friends, especially the elder people, need to feel loved. Um, Maybe it's not necessary to write just letters, but as long as you keep in touch, like via phone calls.
Okay,
uh, it's okay.
all right. All right, David. So this is it for our class today. And well, don't forget, please, about writing your letter, okay? And well, is there any doubt or question that you may have according to write a letter and the steps and the body of the letter or anything?
No.
Perfect. Then let's please work on the survey. And that will be all for tonight.
All right.
Thank you very much. Oops, no, sorry, this is not it. This is not the survey you have to do. It's this one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is it. Because today is the fourth class. And on Friday we will finish. So fast, right? Time
Sorry.
flies. On Friday we will finish.
Okay.
Yep. So fast, right? Time flies.
Yeah. So next week I'm having a new teacher, right?
Yep. For the TOEFL, right? Preparation.
Okay. And how long is the TOEFL preparation going to take?
I'm not sure. You will have to talk with the coordinator about it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
All right, David. Well, thank you very much and see you tomorrow.
Okay. See you. Bye.
See you. Have a great night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.